Hey lovely souls, today's channeled message comes from Gaia, also known as Mother Earth. I have 3 piles for you to choose from using the Dreams of Gaia cards. So pile 1 has the 10 of Earth, pile 2 has the 8 of Water, and pile 3 has the 9 of Earth. So take a moment, allow your intuition and Gaia to lead you to the pile that is right for you. Pause the video if you need to. I'm going to have the timestamps for each of the piles in the description box down below. If you want to look at the timestamps and see if there's any angel numbers or anything that resonates for you to help you pick your pile, you can do so. I want to welcome you lovely souls to today's video. If you're new to the channel, I'm Lynn, and it's my goal to bring a little bit of magic into your day. I do that through channeled messages along with other videos on my channel where I teach you the meaning of the tarot cards and other things about witchcraft. So if you want to incorporate some magic into your day, hit subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post new videos every week and I post shorts daily. If you want to help support the channel, engaging with my videos helps out in the algorithm, so you can leave a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and share with other people who need to hear this message. If you want to purchase a personalized reading, I do sell them on Etsy, and the link to my Etsy shop is going to be in the description box down below. So with that all being said, I'll see you at your readings. That was a little too many cards. I'm going to take the first one and put the rest back and reshuffle. Okay, so for your cards in total, you chose the 10 of Earth, then you have the 3 of Earth, Death/Rebirth, Perception, 2 of Earth, and 5 of Earth. So first of all, I want to say that there's a really heavy emphasis on the Earth energy in your life. Now, this can mean that you are an Earth sign or you have heavy or prominent Earth placements in your astrology chart, but going with the energy of Earth, Earth is very grounding, but Earth, especially in tarot, represents the physical reality, represents like tangible things in your life, and it can represent like your home, resources, money, things that is coming towards you, or things that are like external to yourself. So it feels like there's a lot that you want from the world. It's like you have a lot of goals, a lot of ambition, you have a lot of drive. And you chose the 10 of Earth for a reason. The 10 of Earth symbolizes this energy of success. It represents this energy of like getting everything in alignment, getting everything you want, having like the perfect family, home life, the perfect house, the perfect career, like everything that as a society we deem as like important on an external level. That's super important for you. I think you're definitely someone where like it's not just about like your success of like what you get, but also the way that like others perceive your success. It almost feels like there's this need to be successful where other people can see it so that they can validate the success for you. And to a certain extent, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you are keeping it balanced, because we all crave external validation. And so that's why you were drawn to this pile, because that's what you are craving to get out of life. And with the cards that follow, the 3 of Earth is a very ambitious energy. It is a card that talks about planting seeds and working with others and tending to your garden. Like the thing is, you can get the success that you want, but it's going to require hard work. It's going to require consistency. And that is where I think some problems might arise for you, because you have death and rebirth and perception. Sometimes I think you're not the best at evaluating what you're doing versus what you're not doing. I feel like sometimes you're a little bit too close to yourself. And so when you try and examine yourself, examine what you're doing, you will be biased and you will tell yourself you're doing more than you actually have. And the thing is, we all are biased when it comes to ourselves. That's why like even therapists, they can't really do their own therapy because they're too close to it. You can't evaluate yourself objectively, because of course you're going to think that you're doing your best. And so when it comes to achieving this success, I think you need to find a better way to evaluate yourself and track and measure your success and like the rate at which you're growing. I think you have a couple different options. I think the first option you could do is to set very strict goals, guidelines, deadlines for yourself when it comes to your goals and certain things that you want to accomplish. And if you don't accomplish them, or you make an excuse to not accomplish them, you'll know if you're falling off track or not. Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be an excuse. There's always going to be a reason why you couldn't do it. And so if you make it where it's like, no, I have to get this done, then you're going to prioritize it, and then it's like, okay, you're actually doing the things that's required of you to get there. Now, obviously, there's going to be certain things where it's like, it's not an excuse to just make excuses. It's a real life situation. And I think if you're dealing with something like that, that's where you have someone in your life who you trust, who checks in with you, sees if you're making progress. And if there's a extremely valid reason of why you couldn't get something done, then this person will be objective enough to tell you, hey, cut yourself some slack. No one would have been able to do it in this situation. But if it's something where you're just making an excuse because you didn't really want to do it, or you just like slacked off, or you forgot, or you prioritize other things that weren't that serious or that important, they're going to be objective and they're going to tell you, no, like you didn't do it, not because you couldn't do it, but because you didn't make the time to do it. And so I think that would be a really good path for some of you, because it would keep you accountable. It would be like, okay, you're not getting the results you want because you haven't been putting in the work. Now, others of you, you do need to rely on someone else in your life, but it's more so you need to rely on them to not have a filter with you and not be afraid to call you out when you are getting in your own way. Because with this 5 of Earth, there's this energy of deception. There's this energy of sometimes taking risk but not receiving rewards from them. It's like you chose the wrong option. You took the wrong gamble. And there's also this energy of deception and manipulation and hiding or escaping accountability. And if you're going to break this cycle, then you're going to need someone who's able to see that and call you out. I would only recommend this path for those of you where you are truly ready to face the music and face the truth about how you are blocking your own way. If you're going to be too sensitive to it, if you are going to cut this person out because they're doing what you asked them to do, then you're not ready to receive this 10 of Earth energy. Because there's a balance with this 2 of Earth. You need to be able to balance what you want, like in the short term versus what you want in the long term. It's like you can say you want to be successful, you can say you want all these rewards, but if you're not willing to put in the work, and if you're not willing to hold yourself accountable or reflect on what you actually have been slacking on, then it's like you don't actually want it because you're not doing what's required of you, because not everything in life is going to be easy. And it feels like sometimes you want things because you want them to be easy. It's like you want the success because you think of how easy that's going to be to have the money that you want. Like, let's break it down. If you want career success, that's mainly because you want to have the luxury of, one, being so high up in your career that you kind of decide what you do and do not do. So you have the power to choose what you're doing or choose what you say yes to. You also have the power to have money and get whatever you want and not have to be stressed out about finances. You also are going to have the power to be respected by people and to be looked up to and admired. And especially because you are someone who does seek validation, that would make your life easier, because then it's like you're always receiving that. You're never searching for it. You're never lacking that. And if you have a successful career, then you're also going to be able to have a successful home. You're not going to have to worry about anything that you need to fix with the home because you're going to have the influx of money. And same with raising a family or being in your marriage. It's like you're not going to have to worry about the financial stress or burdens. And so having a career that's successful would unlock so much for you. And it would make your life so much easier. And so that's something that everyone wants. Everyone wants to have an easier life. The thing is, the pathway to being successful with your career is not an easy path. It requires you to put in a lot of work now so that later on it becomes easier. It feels like you're in a point of your life where you want everything to be easy. So you want the benefits of having the easy career, the success, without putting in the work to get it. And that's why you're not going to be able to get it. There's a disconnect. Your perception of reality is not correct. You're not understanding that 2 + 2 = 4. You're trying to add 1 + 1 and still get 4. It doesn't work like that. And so Gaia's message for you is that you're capable of being successful. You're drawn to this energy for a reason. You have the skills inside yourself to do it. You can work with others, you can network, you can build yourself up. But the 5 of Earth here is your current energy. It is your current mindset. It is your current distraction, if you will. And if you don't fix that, if you don't shift that, if you don't change it, then it doesn't matter what else in your life changes, because this 5 of Earth is representing you. And Gaia is not saying it's representing everything about you, but there's this little voice that perks up in your ear that you listen to. You're giving this 5 of Earth more energy than you're giving the 10 of Earth. When I talk about it being a manipulating, deceptive energy, I'm talking about what you do to yourself. You manipulate yourself into thinking that it's okay. That's not going to take away from your goals. But it is. And with the Death/Rebirth card, this talks about a change. There's a rebirth of yourself that is required in order to reach this 10 of Earth. Mother Earth doesn't want you to lie to yourself anymore. She doesn't want you to blame everyone else for the reasons why you're not successful. Because it's not that you don't have it in you. It's that you're not being real with yourself. And that's what she wants you to do, is just be honest, be upfront. Because once you're aware of it, once you can take that accountability, you can delegate and you can work with people in your life to be accountable and to hold you to what you need to do. Inform people of what you want to do. Inform them of your goals. There's gonna be people in your life who support you, who want to help you. So don't second guess that. I think some of you have this energy that everyone is out to get you. And that's not true. Again, it feels like you're dealing with some warped perceptions and some biases, projections that you were throwing onto others. Some of you, I'm gonna get real for a minute. The reason you think everyone is out to get you is because you are out to get them. I think you're so drawn to success and wanting an easier life that you don't really care what's required of you to get there, and therefore it's like you will cut anyone down that you have to. Anyone who stands in your way, you will walk over them. And the thing is, sometimes that strategy does work, but it also creates a sense of paranoia that someone could do the same to you, and that someone could come in and just take everything away from you with that same energy, with that same mindset. And so the reason that you're so afraid of having these people come in and bulldoze over you and ruin everything you worked for is because that's the energy you're putting out. And so there's some healing that needs to go on in order to understand where that's coming from, and then understand that that might not be the healthiest energy to continue to carry with you. But with this message from Gaia, it's not that you are doing everything wrong. Like, you don't have to berate yourself for you not getting what you want just yet, because this message is not to tell you what you can't get. Your message is just telling you there's certain things that need to change in order to get what you want. It's like you've already come so far. Don't feel like this is impossible for you. You just need to kind of reevaluate and be aware of these behaviors that is not serving you. Something else to keep in mind, though, is that there is this energy of teamwork that I'm picking up. So in order to be successful, it's going to require you to work with some other people. What I'm hearing for some of you, it's like you're going to work with people and you're going to open your own place up together, or you're going to create a business together. It's like you're doing something with others because you have this common goal of wanting more for yourselves. So it's like wanting this energy of things being easier is not a bad goal. It's just making sure that you are aware in order to get there, you have to work hard now. You have to put in the energy that's required of you. I think sometimes there's this energy of self-sabotage where you don't feel like you're worth it. And that's why you listen to this 5 of Earth energy and you make excuses. Because I think some of you are afraid of what the power of success feels like. I think you're afraid of being successful and letting it slip through your fingers where you don't actually have it long term. And I think that scares you more than never getting it. Because I think if you never get it, then it's easy to make excuses for why that happened. Versus if you get it, you achieve it, and you fumble, you release it, you don't hold on to it, then it makes it personal. And I think it's hard for you to take accountability for things. I think you always want to have someone else to blame, or you want to have something to blame outside of yourself. And that's why you have the Earth energy, because the Earth energy is about being grounded. It's about being connected with yourself. And that's what you need to do right now, is you need to connect with yourself. And even if there's unhappy feelings, even if there's messy feelings, You need to process them. You need to understand what about yourself don't you like, and understand why you don't like it. And then dismantle it. Like, take the proper steps to actually understand it and heal it. Because I think right now it's like you either suppress it or you ignore it, but you're not dealing with it. And that's where this death rebirth energy is, because there's a part of you that needs to mourn in order to heal. There's a part of you that needs to release and let go in order to heal, in order to move forward. And I think right now holding on to it is what's clouding your perception of things, because it's keeping you in this lower vibrational energy. So that's your message from Gaia. I want to thank you, lovely souls, so much for watching. I hope this message from Mother Earth provided the insight and guidance that you've been needing. If this message resonates, let me know in the comments down below and give this video a big thumbs up. Also share this message with someone else who needs to hear Gaia's guidance. If you want to purchase a personalized reading, you can check out my Etsy shop. The link to it's going to be in the description box down below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you never miss a video. I post new videos every week and shorts daily. I hope I was able to bring some magic into your day, and I can't wait to see you lovely souls at my next video. Bye! So you chose the 8 of Water, and for the rest of your cards, you have the 10 of Fire, Abundance, 2 of Air, the Hero, King of Air, and Knowledge. So when I was shuffling your cards, I specifically was told to give you 7 cards from Gaia. With this number 7, I'm hearing lucky number 7. It feels like you have luck and protection around you at this time. And I'm also hearing, because like there's 7 chakras, it's like you are balanced, you're in alignment with where you want to be. I'm also being pointed that out with the 10 of Fire card here. You have all these chakras being lit up, and the 10 of Fire is a card that talks about mastery. It's a card that talks about evolution and like stepping into your power, claiming your power. And also I'm noticing on the card that you chose with the 8 of Water, you also have these chakras lined up here. So what I'm hearing is meditation would be really good for you at this time, but also looking at your chakras when you feel out of sync with yourself and figuring out which chakra needs healing. I'm hearing some of you should look into Reiki, or you could be a master of Reiki. It feels like that could be something that you could begin practicing or learning about, and it could open different pathways for you. If you're already someone who knows Reiki, it might be time for you to teach others how to perform it as well. What I'm also hearing though is that there's this energy of gratitude around you with the 8 of Water. This is a card that talks about being appreciative of your life and the things around you and being able to make the most out of things. And hear me out, because like I'm not fully sure where this metaphor from Gaia is going, but I'm being told to compare you to it. It almost feels like you're the new kid on the block. Like you are starting some sort of new project or getting into a new field. It's like you are going someplace new, and it feels like it's very different. It feels like it's out of your comfort zone, but it's like there's a strategy behind it. It feels like you are being guided by your intuition, or by the universe, I guess is a better way to put it. It's like Gaia is leading you to this new adventure. What I'm kind of hearing is that you are a very skilled person, and it feels like you have success in your life. It's like you have worked your ass off and you have gotten where you want to be. It feels like you're respected by people, and it feels like you are very knowledgeable with this card here. It's like you're very knowledgeable about what it is you're doing. And I'm being told, I almost feel like Gaia is giving you this message to prepare you, because it almost feels like you're not being thrown off course. What it's honestly feeling to me is like when Dorothy ends up in Oz, it's like you're going there with a purpose. You're not being like thrown off course in a wild way where there's no sense to it. It's like you're not the wizard. You're not going somewhere and having to make the most of it and like fall into your footing. It's like you're going there with a purpose, and it's not like you're going to be stuck in this energy. You're going to get to go back home. you're going to get to go back to what it is that you do. Like your success is not disappearing. It's just like you're not focusing on it anymore. It's like you're pivoting direction in life temporarily. And what I'm hearing from Gaia, it's like you're going to be the new kid on the block. You're getting thrown into this new direction where it's very different than what you have done before. It's like all your skills from the past are not going to be the same skills that you use in this situation. It's like they'll help you out a little, like they'll be your building blocks, but it's not what you need to know. It's not going to be the main thing that you learn. It's like you're learning a different lesson with this. And through this experience, you are stepping into a different sort of power. You are becoming a hero of some sort where you are not just knowing things, not just mastering them, but you are mentoring or helping other people out where you're teaching them what you have known. But you're not mentoring them in like the traditional way, because this is not a field or situation where like you know what you're doing. So it's more like you're working as a team and teaching others, and it's like you're all learning from one another. It's like mentoring one another, but not in a mentorship or like a dynamic where it's that linear or structured. It's more about a collaboration between you all. And through this, it's like you're becoming the hero, but you're also becoming the strategist. And I think what's different about this in particular is that you are always someone where you are doing something, like you are doing the work, you are moving energy, you are taking action is the best way to put it with this fire energy. With this new energy, it's more air. So it's less about what you're doing. It's not about your action. It's not about like getting all your tasks completed or done. It's about you slowing down, listening, and processing. I'm hearing that this new opportunity that's opening up for you requires you to be more strategic, and diplomatic is what I'm hearing. I'm trying to parse through the energy from Mother Earth because some of the stuff that I hear myself saying sounds like a contradiction, but it doesn't feel like it is. So, because like I said collaborating, but then diplomatic. And to me, diplomatic is like telling people what they can and cannot do, but it doesn't feel that rigid. It's like you're working with others, but you're still the leader. You're still in the position of power, but it's not where you're above them. It almost feels like you're the voice, you're the mouthpiece. So you're diplomatic when it comes to your role, your position in the group. You are the one who's speaking for the group. You're the one who's voicing for others. Some of you could find yourself in a situation where you are able to balance your energy or regulate your energy the most, where you're able to speak up on other people's behalf and protect them in some way. And so it's like you're working with other people, you all have the same goal, but you are the face or you are the voice. You are the one that people see. It feels like you're public, they could be private. What I'm hearing from Gaia for you is that you are stepping into this energy of leadership within this group, within this community. You are almost the most confident person in the group, or what I'm hearing also could be that you have less risk because you are already like built up, because you're already like solid with your career and with your finances and stuff. Taking a risk and like going on this side venture isn't going to be like such a risk for you if it goes under. So it's like you can take that risk. I think some people who are working on this with you, I don't know if you are going to be controversial or if this is something where it's like just business going under would not be good for them, or if they are just a very prideful person, but it feels like you have less to lose than they do for some reason. And that is what pushes you to be this king of air where you are like pushing forward with it. But it feels like this business, side quest, venture, opportunity, I don't know the right way to verbalize it, but it feels like this new adventure for you is going to be productive for you mentally. It feels like this, not only is it building new skills in you, but it is also allowing you to advocate in some way, and that is why I'm getting the hero energy. It feels like you're standing up for something you believe in, and that's why I'm getting a big energy of activation around the throat chakra. I'm looking at the images here, like the hero and the king of air is really standing out to me, and it's giving me sacral and root chakra, and then your throat chakra. Listen to your gut instincts. When it comes to making choices, Mother Earth wants you to pay attention to what feels right for you. Like your sacral chakra is about making choices in the moment and listening to your gut instinct. So start making choices by listening to what your gut is telling you. Listen to your intuition. This two of air is giving this energy of like a battle or a fight to me. And this card typically talks about like duality and polarity. And so another thing I'm picking up is that there could be someone in your life who you already don't get along with, or like you would consider an enemy. This could be a business rival in some way, but it feels like there's someone in your life who you really don't like, and it feels like they're going to be involved in some way where you are going to call them out or expose them in some way. But it doesn't feel like it's with your information. It feels like other people come to you. So it feels like you were also moving up in the world as someone who is trustworthy and who people believe can help them out. And that's where this energy of advocacy is stemming from, and where this hero energy is stemming from. It feels like you don't know why, but people are looking at you like someone that they can trust and that they can rely on. And it feels like you have this very nurturing and protective energy. It really feels like you have a kind soul, even though you don't always feel like you do. I think you underestimate your own ability to bring peace and calm into people's life, and you overlook like who you are when it comes to this gratitude. I think you chose the 8 of water for a reason, and it's because you embrace this energy of being appreciative, of having gratefulness, and being a good person. And I think you overlook the good qualities you have because you just consider yourself to be like anyone else. But the way that you make people feel, the way that you listen, the way that you care is something that not everyone does. And I think that's why people are reaching out to you, where they want to work with you. Because you have this energy of abundance where you are generous, where you are caring, where you're compassionate. And I'm hearing from Gaia, that's why you were Dorothy going to Oz. Because it's not about you having to go on this new adventure. It's about you being Dorothy, meeting the scarecrow, meeting the lion, meeting the tin man, and teaching them how they can get what they want, even though it might be different than what they initially thought they had to get. Your presence and you getting thrown off course allows other people to heal. That's what Gaia wants you to know, is that your purpose in this lifetime is not by what you are doing with your life, it is how you are helping others. And so you might feel like you're shifting course or going into limbo for a period of time, but that's because you are meant to help others. Like, this is not about you right now, it's about other people. And you have the skills that not many people do, where you can help these other people. I think that's why the number 7 with your chakras being aligned is so true for you, because you are balanced. You have the answers, and you also have the skills to find the answers that you don't yet have. Where other people would get stuck, you keep searching for that knowledge. And that's what's going to make you the hero, because you don't think highly of yourself, but not in a way where you are self-deprecating. You just acknowledge how you're human and how there's so much more that you have to learn. So you don't have a massive ego, but you still have confidence. You're still aware of what your good skills are, what your good qualities are, but you're not overinflating yourself either. And so you are a very balanced person. And with that groundedness comes the ability to look at the bigger picture and to zoom out and to not take things personally. And that is why you're equipped for this challenge. It's like, that's why you're the one with the skills who's going to help these other people heal. That's why you're the voice. That's why you're the diplomat. You have the patience and the skills required to step into that role. And so Mother Earth is preparing you for this new shift, for this new role. Things in your life aren't falling apart, but things will be shifting so that you can help other people find their place in the world. So that's your message from Gaia. I want to thank you, lovely souls, so much for watching. If this message resonates, let me know in the comments down below. Also give this video a thumbs up and share with other people who need to hear this message. To purchase a personalized reading, you can check out my Etsy shop. The link to it's going to be in the description box down below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post new videos every week and I post shorts daily. I hope I brought some magic to your day, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Bye! you chose the Nine of Earth. For the rest of your cards, you'll have emotion/intellect, intuition, the Father, destiny, Nine of Air, and the Three of Earth. So starting with this Nine of Earth, this is an energy that talks about altruism, giving and receiving, being charitable, being compassionate, like giving to others. And I feel like you were drawn to this message from Mother Earth because you were a generous person, and it feels like there's more opportunity in the universe for you than you realize. I think you tend to pass the torch a lot. You tend to give to others a lot and like help them see their opportunities. And this message from Mother Earth Gaia is for you to seize opportunities for yourself, and not in a way that's selfish, but in a way where you are putting yourself in a position to help more people, because you have a very kind heart. But there's emotion and intellect. There's head versus heart. There's giving and taking. And it feels like you do a lot of giving, but you need to do taking. And it feels like Gaia knows like you're not one to take. So she's giving you this message so that you begin to, and that you are prepared, that there's going to be new opportunities that you're getting pushed into, because if you weren't pushed, Gaia knows you wouldn't accept. And so if it feels like the universe is being a little aggressive with you, it's because sometimes you can be so stubborn where you sacrifice yourself and sacrifice what you want. And Gaia doesn't want that for you. Gaia wants balance for everyone. Gaia wants good for everyone. And so just because you might not feel like you deserve it doesn't mean that you don't. And Gaia will balance things. There is always a cause and effect. And so it's like you can't outrun what the universe is going to give to you. It's going to catch up eventually. And Gaia knows that. And she's giving you this message for that reason. You have intuition and the Father. These archetypes both represent an energy of like being told something or knowing something from the universe and needing to seize it. So the Father represents this archetype of strategy, of planning, of forethought, of protectiveness. And so sometimes when you're trying to protect what you care about, it requires you to be a little bit aggressive. It requires you to be protective in a defensive way. Because if you're not, people could come in and take it, or they could hurt you. And with intuition, that is about listening to your instincts on what you can sense, what you can feel energetically, and reacting accordingly. I feel like you have a passive energy, but passive doesn't have to mean submissive. You can go with the flow and still be bold. You can go with the flow and still stand up for yourself. You can listen to what Gaia, Mother Earth, is pushing you towards, but still stand up for yourself and still be powerful. The best way I can explain it is think of Gaia as your friend who you're working with. You can manifest with the universe by telling them, this is what I think, I agree with you. They might be the one telling you everything, but you get to say, I agree. And if you don't agree, you can let that be known. That doesn't mean that they're gonna listen, but it means that you made your voice heard. I think you have a tendency to not say anything and to just go with things and not think about how you really feel about it. I think Gaia wants you to start feeling and acting on those feelings and not being perfect, not being passive, not being always the person who just gives without taking it. It's like, stand up for yourself. Hearing from Gaia, you need to grow a backbone. And I say that because you have the Destiny card, Nine of Air, and the Three of Earth. Your destiny involves you taking the ideas inside your head and self-actualizing them, bringing them into reality. It requires you to be a visionary. And a visionary does not reach success or become accomplished with their goal by never speaking it, by never telling anyone about it, by just keeping it a surprise and not taking action towards it. There's a thing called moving in silence. Moving in silence is when you're taking action and moving without people knowing about it. Moving in silence is not doing nothing and keeping it a secret to yourself and never taking action on it. I feel like sometimes you're so afraid to let it be known what you want because you don't want to be selfish, or you don't want other people to take it away from you. And so it's like, I think sometimes that's where it's like your kindness becomes a mask for you discrediting yourself. I think sometimes you're a good person so that when it comes to things in your past that you regret or things that you didn't do, you can't be as critical with yourself. It's like you're hiding behind your kindness, but that kindness stems from you feeling unworthy. It's not coming from a place where you are giving because you truly want to give. I'm not saying you don't want to give, but it's not solely from that. It's masking you from dealing with things that need to be healed. The 3 of Earth is about working with people, working with nature, working with the universe, working with Gaia, and co-creating the life that you want, bringing your vision into reality. And so the 3 of these cards together represent this energy, like the universe has big plans for you. But you cannot accomplish these big plans as the person that you are right now. There's a lot of healing that you need to do. And so it's like, I feel like a lot of you, deep in your bones, like you know you're meant for more. And this is Gaia's confirmation. You are meant for more. There's so much for you to do. And it feels like you're going to be able to help so many people. But you're not ready yet. The best way I can explain it is that, let's say you want to be a doctor. You can go to school. You can become a doctor. You can heal people. You can help people. But you're not ready to start surgery today. If you did that, you would hurt people. You're not ready yet. You have a lot more to learn. And so this is Mother Earth's way of telling you that potential that you feel, that energy you feel, that drive, that motivation, use it as fuel. Learn what you need to right now. Grow right now. Figure things out. This is your time to be selfish. This is your time to learn your lessons. This is your time to figure it out. Because in the future is when you're called to action. You're gonna need to know it then. There's gonna be a day when you're that doctor who's called in for surgery and you're gonna be able to save someone. Today is not that day, but today is the first day where you take the step to become that doctor. It's the first day where you get to build those skills, learn what you need to. You get to study, you get to take tests, you get to build experience so that when the day comes and people are relying on you to do what you need to do, you're going to be ready and you're not gonna let them down. If you were to step into this destiny moment now, you would not be ready. You would fail people, and that would break you. I think a big thing Gaia needs you to work on right now is you need to grow thicker skin. You need to figure out what your motivation is. Because like I said, there's a lot that you need to heal within yourself, because some of this niceness, some of this generosity stems from you hiding things within yourself. And that's not healthy. And I think a lot of you are afraid that if you heal yourself, you're not going to be as generous, you're not going to care as much, you're not going to be a good person anymore. But I think what you fail to realize is how compassionate you are and how generous you are. And it's like, just because you might be healing your initial motivation for it doesn't mean that you're not going to find new motivation for it. I think you're terrified of like who you are underneath it because you don't feel like you're a good person, because there's a lot of unworthiness that you're feeling right now. So there's a lot of self-hatred going on right now. But the thing is, I don't think you're as bad as you think you are. I think there's a lot of fear, a lot of biases internally. And it's gonna take work for you to heal that. But I think underneath, the person that you truly are is not a bad person. You are worthy of love. And it's like, you're not gonna lose who you are. You're not gonna lose your identity just because you heal yourself. I think some of you feel like you're better off being broken. And this is Mother Earth's way to tell you that's not true. You deserve to be whole, you deserve to be complete, you deserve to be happy. And if you think that you're only deserving of love when you're broken, that is something else that you need to heal. That is not based in reality. And Gaia does not want you to fool yourself for even 1 second that that is true. Your destiny is so much bigger than you are. Your destiny is about you being able to help people. And it's like, you wouldn't be given that destiny, that purpose, if you were a bad person. I feel like those of you who chose this pile, you are very spiritual, you're very gifted, some of you have psychic abilities. And with that being said, I think you have more belief in Gaia, the universe, spiritual messages, spiritual guides than you do yourself. And the way that Gaia wants to get through with you is saying, even if you don't believe in yourself, she's now telling you her plan. Mother Earth is telling you her plan for you. And it's like, you can doubt yourself, but you can't doubt her because you believe in her too much. So this is her way of telling you, like, you were built for so much good. You are a good person. Everyone has flaws. Everyone has things that they're not proud of. Everyone makes mistakes, but that's how you grow. That's how you learn. That doesn't define you. And so it's like, even if you don't believe in yourself, believe in her telling you that you are worthy of healing and you don't need to be afraid. Gaia's message is to prepare you for who you're becoming and telling you that right now you need to take the steps to begin transforming into that person. Listen to your intuition and step into your true power. Because hiding in the shadows, hiding behind this mask of generosity is not going to give you the skills you need to genuinely help people. So that's where we're going to leave you with Gaia's message. I want to thank you lovely souls so much for watching. I hope this message from Mother Earth provided the insight and the guidance that you've been needing. If it resonated, let me know in the comments down below, give this video a thumbs up, and share with other people who also need to hear this message. The link to my Etsy shop is going to be in the description box down below if you would like to purchase a personalized reading. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that bell notification so you don't miss out when I post my next video. I post new videos every single week and I post shorts daily. I hope I was able to bring some magic into your day, and I can't wait to see you lovely souls at my next video. Bye!